Hello everyone, welcome back to Chanda DIY. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to crochet a corset bralette. It is an easy pattern and friendly for beginners. And for this corset bralette top can fit for size small and size medium. And in this video, I also showing you how to measuring and make your own bra cap for any size. You also can make the corset top more longer. Okay, now let's get into the video. First thing first, we are start making the strap. To begin, make a slip knot. And chain 5. After you got 5 chains, next we are going to make the bow crochet. For row 1, skip 4 chains and make the bow crochet into the 5th chain. To make the bow crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops again. And then we are going to make another double crochet into the same loop. And now you must have 3 stitches, include the chain 4 that we skipped. Next, for row 2, chain 3. For chain 3, we also count as a stitch. Then turn your work. Skip 1 stitch that near chain 3 and we are going to make the bow crochet into the next stitch. After you have made a double crochet, then we are going to make the bow crochet increase into the last stitch, which is the chain 3 stitch, by make 3 double crochet in the same loop. And after you got 3 double crochet in the same loop, and now you must have 5 stitches in total. Next, for row 3, chain 3. Turn your work, then make the bow crochet into the stitch near chain 3. Then continue make the bow crochet into each stitch until you reach the end of the row, and I will meet you back again. And after you reach the end of the row, and now you must have 6 stitches in total. Next, for row 4, chain 3. Turn your work, skip 1 stitch that near chain 3, then continue make the bow crochet into each stitch until you have 1 last stitch, then I will meet you back again. And after you have 1 last stitch, then we are going to make increase by make 2 double crochet in the same loop. And after you got two double crochet in the same loop, and this is what it looks like. It should look curved one side and straight one side. For this row 4, you must have 7 stitches in total. And next, continue from where your last stitch is. For row 5 until row 32, chain 3. Turn your work. Skip one stitch that near chain 3, then continue make double crochet into every stitch until the end of the row. So start from row 5 until row 32, we just make a normal double crochet row, no increase. Then I will meet you back again. And this is what the strap looks like after you reach row 32. For the measurement from row 1 until row 32, it is equal 11.5 inches length. If you guys want your strap more longer, please add more rows. And next, we are going to make increase to make the bra cap. And after you reach row 32, then count 3 stitches and use stitch marker to mark at the 4th stitch. So at the stitch that we mark, it is where we are going to make increase. You must have 3 stitches of double crochet beside the stitch marker. And next, for row 33, chain 3. Turn your work. Skip one stitch that near chain 3, then make double crochet into each stitch until you reach the stitch marker. And after you reach the stitch marker, then remove the stitch marker and we are going to make double crochet increase by make 3 double crochet in the same loop. And after you got 3 double crochet in the same loop, and then don't forget to use stitch marker to mark at the 2nd stitch, which is the middle stitch of the increasing stitch. Count 1 stitch and mark at the 2nd stitch. And next, continue make double crochet into each stitch until the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the end of the row, and this is what the first row of the increasing stitch looks like. And for the next row, you just repeat row 33 by chain 3, turn your work, skip one stitch that near chain 3, and then make double crochet into each stitch until you reach the stitch marker. And after you reach the stitch marker, then remove the stitch marker and we are going to make double crochet increase by make 3 double crochet in the same loop. And after you got 3 double crochet in the same loop, always use the stitch marker to mark at the middle stitch of the increasing stitch. It is where we are going to increase for the next row. And then continue make double crochet into every stitch until the end of the row. Keep repeating this until you reach row 53, then I will meet you back again. And this is what it looks like after you reach row 53. And this is how you can take your own bra cup measurement. You just place this bra cup on your breast, and for the height of this bra cup, you just measuring it from your collarbone until it reach your nipple. And also for the length of this bra cup, it must be fit and cover perfect on your breast. And for you guys that make bigger size, you can keep increasing until it fit and can cover on your breast. As you can see, my bra cup fit perfect on my breast, but it's still not long enough to fit my under bust. And it's okay, we will add some more normal double crochet rows. And after you reach row 53, then continue from where your last stitch is for row 54 until row 56. You just make normal row of double crochet stitch, no increase. So I make the normal row of double crochet stitch for 3 rows. And for you guys that make different size after you got your desired fit, then you just continue add normal double crochet row for 3 rows like mine, or more rows until it fit your desired length. And then chain 1 and cut it off. For the length of my bra cup, it is equal 8 inches. And for the height of my bra cup, measuring from the first row of increasing stitch until row 56, it is equal 8.5 inches. And next, please repeat the same thing to the other side. We start making the strap and then make increasing rows for the bra cup until you reach row 56. It is the same number like the first bra cup, and then you don't have to cut off the yarn, just leave it there. And this is what my both bra cup looks like. We don't place this bra cup straight like this, we must put it in a slanting direction. As you can see in this video, we want to have a triangle shape under this bra cup. And next, we are going to connect this bra cup together by using half double crochet stitches and front post, back post half double crochet stitch. Because I used thin thread with the white yarn, that's why it's difficult to show you how to making these stitches. So I'm gonna show you the sample of making these stitches with the other yarn color. First, we start with a half double crochet row. For you guys, you don't have to make this. Like I said, it's just a sample showing you how to make the half double crochet stitch and the front post, back post half double crochet stitch. And next, for row 2, chain 2. For chain 2, we don't count as a stitch. Turn your work, then make half double crochet into the stitch near chain 2. To make half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Keep making half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And after you got 3 stitches of half double crochet, next we are going to make back post half double crochet. To make back post half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook from back to the front between the posts of the row below. And this is what the back side of the row looks like. You must have a half double crochet post on your hook, and this is what the front side of the row looks like. Then yarn over and pull through a post. And now you must have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And this is how we make back post half double crochet. Next, we are going to repeat the same thing into the next stitch. As you can see, for these 2 stitches in front of the back post stitch, we are going to skip it and then start making half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And after you reach the end of the row, and now you must have 3 stitches of half double crochet. It's the same number like we start at the beginning of the row. We have 3 half double crochet with 2 back post half double crochet. And next, for row 3, chain 2. Turn your work. Make half double crochet into each stitch until you reach the back post half double crochet stitch. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the back post half double crochet, then we are going to make front post half double crochet. To make front post half double crochet, yarn over. This time insert the hook from front to back between the posts of the row below. And this is what the back side of the row looks like. And this is what the front side of the row looks like. Then yarn over and pull through a post. And now you must have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And this is how we make front post half double crochet. And then repeat the same thing to the next stitch. And now you must have 2 stitches of front post half double crochet. And this is what the back side of the stitch looks like. And this is we call the right side of the stitch. And next, continue make half double crochet into each stitch until the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the end of the row, for the next row, you just repeat row 2 and row 3. It means that you have to make 1 row with back post half double crochet and 1 row with front post half double crochet. So I'm gonna show you 2 more rows to see what it looks like. And this is what the front post and the back post half double crochet stitch looks like. We want these two ribbing stitch in the front of your work, and this is the wrong side of your work. And next, let's go back and working on the bra cap. We are going to connect the bra cap together by continue from where your last stitch is, and then make slip stitch into the first stitch of the second bra cap. As you can see, it is the chain 3 stitch. To make slip stitch, continue insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through all the loops. And this is how we make slip stitch. And next, for row 1, make slip stitch into the next 2 stitches of the double crochet row. And after you have made 2 slip stitch, then turn your work. And for these 2 slip stitch stitches, it is just like the chain 2 stitch. And we are going to make 4 half double crochet into the slip stitch space. After you got 4 half double crochet stitches, then we are going to skip 1 stitch and make slip stitch into the next stitch. And this is what the first row looks like. Next, for row 2, make slip stitch into the next 2 stitches of the double crochet row. And then turn your work. As you can see, for the small loop that we make slip stitch at the previous row, we are going to working the half double crochet stitch into it. After you have made a half double crochet into the small loop, and then make half double crochet into the next stitch. And after you got 2 stitches of half double crochet, then we are going to make front post half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And after you got 2 front post half double crochet, and now we have 1 last stitch left, then we are going to make increase by make 2 half double crochet in the same loop. As you can see, at the beginning of the row, we have 2 half double crochet stitches, and at the end of the row, you must have 2 half double crochet stitches the same. In total, you must have 6 stitches for row 2. And next, we are going to skip 1 stitch and make slip stitch into the next stitch. It is to connecting the row. Next, for row 3, make slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. After you have made 2 slip stitch, as you can see, for this first slip stitch that we made to connecting the row, we also count it as a stitch, so we are going to work in the stitch into it for the next row. Turn your work and make half double crochet into the small loop that we make slip stitch at the previous row. Keep making half double crochet until you reach the front post stitch, then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the front post stitch, and now you must have 3 stitches of half double crochet, then we are going to make back post half double crochet into these 2 front posts. After you have made 2 back post half double crochet stitches, then we are going to make half double crochet into the next stitch. And for one last stitch left, we are going to make increase by make 2 half double crochet in the same loop. And now you must have 3 stitches of half double crochet. It's the same number like we start at the beginning of the row. And then we are going to skip 1 stitch and make slip stitch into the next stitch to connect the row. And next, for row 4, slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. Then turn your work. As you can see, for each row we have increased 2 more stitches. For row 2 we have 6 stitches, and for row 3 we have 8 stitches, and for the next row we have 10 stitches, and so on. Just remember, you must have the same number of half double crochet stitches that between the front post half double crochet stitch. And for row 4, just make half double crochet into each stitch until you reach the post stitch, which is the rib bone of the corset. And then we are going to repeat by make 2 front post half double crochet stitch. And then continue make half double crochet into each stitch until you have one last stitch. And after you have one last stitch, then we are going to make increase by make 2 half double crochet in the same loop. As you can see, we always have the same number of the half double crochet stitches like we start at the beginning of the row. And next, skip 1 stitch and make slip stitch into the next stitch to connect the row. And this is what row 4 looks like. And for the next row, you just keep increasing by repeat row 3 and row 4 until you reach row 12. Then I will meet you back again. As you can see, the more rows that we made, the more wider of the row we have. So you just keep increasing until you reach the middle part of your bra cup, which is where we may increase for the bra cup, or until you got the straight row at the end of your bust. And this is what it looks like after you reach row 12. For you guys that make different size or bigger size, you just keep increasing until you got the straight line like in this video. And then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. And next, flip your work and we are going to working on the wrong side of the stitch. To begin, attach the yarn into the first stitch. then chain 2. For chain 2 we don't count as a stitch. And next, for row 1, make half double crochet into the same stitch with chain 2. Keep making half double crochet into each stitch until you reach the post stitch. Then I will meet you back again. After you reach the ribbon stitch, at the previous row I made the front post half double crochet stitch. So for this row I make back post half double crochet stitch into the next 2 stitches. And after you got 2 back post half double crochet, then continue make half double crochet into each stitch until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the end of the row, and this is what it looks like. And next, we are going to add 2 more ribbons into the corset top, which is where the middle part of your bra cup, where we may increase for the bra cup. So I'm gonna count 12 stitches from the front post half double crochet stitch, and use stitch marker to mark at the 13th stitch. For you guys that make bigger size, you just count more stitches until it reaches the middle part of your bra cup. Then don't forget to count the same number to the other side. And this is what it looks like. So the stitches that we mark, it is where we are going to make the front post and back post half double crochet stitch. To begin, continue from where your last stitch is. For row 2, chain 2, turn your work, and make half double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 last stitches from the stitch marker. Then I will meet you back again. And after you had 2 stitches from the stitch marker, then we are going to make front post half double crochet stitch into the next 2 stitches. After you got 2 front post half double crochet, then continue make half double crochet into each stitch until you reach the middle ribbon stitch, which is the post stitch. Then we are going to repeat the same thing by make 2 front post half double crochet. And next, continue make half double crochet into each stitch until you reach the second stitch marker. Then we are going to make 2 front post half double crochet. And after you got 2 front post half double crochet, then continue make half double crochet into each stitch until the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the end of the row, for the next row, you just keep repeating by make 1 row of back post half double crochet and 1 row of front post half double crochet until you reach row 10. Then I will meet you back again. And this is what it looks like after you reach row 10. If you guys want your top more longer, please add more rows. And next, we are going to make the V shape of this corset top. To begin, just chain 1 and cut off the yarn. And next, turn your top. We are going to work on the wrong side of the stitch. Count 11 stitches and use stitch marker to mark at the 12th stitch. And then don't forget to count the same number to the other side. And this is what it looks like. So we are working the V shape of this corset. Start from the stitch where we mark only. As you can see, this is the right side of the stitch and this is the wrong side of the stitch. So we are working on the wrong side of the stitch. To begin, attach the yarn into the stitch that you mark. For row 1, chain 2. And then skip the loop that we made chain 2. And we are going to make decrease into the next 2 stitches. To make half double crochet decrease, yarn over, insert the hook into the loop. Yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Then continue insert the hook into the next loop. Yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 4 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And this is how we make half double crochet decrease. And next, make half double crochet into the next stitch. After you have made a half double crochet, then use stitch marker to mark at this first half double crochet stitch. So for the decreasing stitch, we are going to skip it. Continue make half double crochet until you reach the post stitch. Then make 2 front post or 2 back post half double crochet stitch. And keep repeating this until you have 3 last stitches from the stitch marker. Then I will meet you back again. And after you had 3 last stitches from the stitch marker, then we are going to make decrease by make half double crochet 3 together. To make half double crochet 3 together, yarn over, insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Then continue insert the hook into the next loop, and now you have 4 loops on your hook. Then continue insert the hook into the last loop, which is where we use stitch marker to mark. And now you have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And this is how we make half double crochet 3 together. Next, for row 2, chain 2. Turn your work. Skip one stitch that near chain 2. Then we are going to make decrease by make half double crochet 2 together. After you have made half double crochet 2 together, then make half double crochet into the next stitch. Don't forget to use stitch marker to mark at this first half double crochet stitch. It is easy to know where the last or the first stitch is. And then we are going to continue make half double crochet and make the front post, back post half double crochet until you have 2 last stitches from the stitch marker. Then I will meet you back again. And after you had 2 last stitches from the stitch marker, then we are going to make decrease by make half double crochet 2 together. And next, for row 3, chain 2, turn your work. Skip one stitch that near chain 2. Then we are going to make decrease by make half double crochet 2 together. And then make half double crochet into the next stitch. Remember, always use stitch marker to mark at this first half double crochet stitch. And then we are going to continue make half double crochet and continue make the ribbon stitch by make front post or back post half double crochet stitch until you have 2 last stitches from the stitch marker. Then we are going to make decrease again by make half double crochet 2 together. And for the next row, you just keep decreasing by repeat row 2 and row 3 until you reach the ribbon stitch, which is the front post or back post stitch. Then I will meet you back again. And after you keep decreasing until you reach the front post stitch, then we still keep decreasing the same. But if you reach the front post, you have to make decrease for the front post by insert the hook around the front post and yarn over and push through the post. So we still make half double crochet 2 together the same, but if you reach the front post or back post, you just insert the hook around the post. Keep decreasing until you reach the middle ribbon stitch, then I will meet you back again. And after you keep decreasing until you reach the middle ribbon stitch, then for the next row we are going to chain 2, turn your work, skip 1 stitch then near chain 2, and we are going to make decrease by make front post half double crochet 2 together. It's like the half double crochet 2 together. Like I said, you just insert the hook around the post. And then we are going to continue insert the hook into the very last loop. Yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all the loops. So it's like we made half double crochet 3 together. And this is what it looks like. We don't have more stitch left to decrease. Then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. For you guys that make different size, you just keep decreasing until there is no more stitch left to decrease, and then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. And this is what the front part of my corset top looks like. And next, we are going to make the back part of the corset. To begin, try this front part on your body, and use stitch marker to mark at the underneath of your underarm. And then we are going to start counting from the first increasing row until you reach the row that you mark. For me, I have 13 rows. Then I count 13 rows, the same number to the other side. And next, we are going to make single crochet around this bottom part until you reach the second stitch marker. To begin, attach the yarn into the stitch that you mark. And then chain 1 and make single crochet into the same stitch with chain 1. To make single crochet, insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 2 loops, and this is how we make single crochet. And next, make single crochet into the next loop. Remember, for the double crochet stitch, you have to make 2 single crochet into it. Keep making single crochet into each stitch until you reach the half double crochet stitch. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the half double crochet stitch, you have to make single crochet into some stitch and skip some stitch. You cannot make single crochet into every stitch because it will make the edging look ruffled. You have to feel it and always check it to see your edging is ruffled or too tight. Keep making single crochet into each stitch around until you reach the second stitch marker. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the second stitch marker, next start from row 1 until row 12, chain 3, turn your work, and make double crochet into every stitch until the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. And this is what it looks like after you reach row 12. If you guys want the back part more longer, you just add more rows. Just remember that this double crochet stitches is stretching, so you don't have to make it really fit on your body. You just have to leave some space. And next, we are going to make the corset holes for the back tie. To begin, continue from where your last stitch is for row 13, chain 1, turn your work, and make single crochet into the stitch near chain 1, then chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and make single crochet into the next 4 stitches. After you got 4 stitches of single crochet, then we are going to repeat this by chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and make single crochet into the next 4 stitches. Keep repeating this until you reach the end of the row, then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the end of the row, for me I have 4 last stitches left, so I have to chain 3, skip 3 stitches, and make single crochet into the last stitch. And this is what the corset holes looks like. Next, for row 14, chain 1, turn your work, and make single crochet into the stitch near chain 1. Then we are going to make 3 single crochet into the chain 3 space. And then we are going to continue make single crochet into each stitch until you reach the chain 2 space. Then we are going to make 2 single crochet into chain 2 space. Keep repeating this until you reach the end of the row, then I will meet you back again. And this is what it looks like after you reach the end of the row. Then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. And next, for the second side, we are going to repeat the same thing like the first side by turn your work to the wrong side of the stitch. And then attach the yarn into the corner stitch and start repeat the same thing like the first side. Then I will meet you back again. And now the back part of the top is done. And next, we are going to make the back strap. To begin, attach the yarn into the bow crochet stitch. We skip the single crochet rows. And then chain 1 and make single crochet into the next 7 stitches. And after you got 7 stitches of single crochet, it's the same number like the front strap. And next, we are going to make double crochet stitch. Start from row 1 until row 39, chain 3, turn your work, and make double crochet into each stitch until the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. For you guys that make different size or make the strap more longer than mine, you just keep add more rows until your back strap have the same height like the front strap, and keep 3 last rows to make decreasing stitch. And this is what it looks like after you reach row 39. For row 40, chain 3, turn your work, skip 1 stitch, then you chain 3. Then we are going to make double crochet into each stitch until you have 3 last stitches. And after you have 3 last stitches, then we are going to make decrease by make double crochet 2 together. To make double crochet 2 together, yarn over, insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull up a loop. And now you have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and now you have 2 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and continue insert the hook into the next loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 4 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. For this last stitch, which is the chain 3 stitch, we are going to skip it. Next, for row 41, chain 3, turn your work, skip 1 stitch, then you chain 3. Then we are going to make decrease by make double crochet 2 together. After you have made decrease, then continue make double crochet into each stitch until the end of the row. Next, for row 42, chain 3, turn your work, skip 1 stitch, then you chain 3, and we are going to make decrease by make double crochet 2 together. For this chain 3 stitch, we are going to skip it, then yarn over, pull through all the loops, and now you must have 3 stitches. It is the same number like the front strap, and then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. Please repeat the same thing to the other strap. And for the measurement from row 1 until row 42, it is equal to 16.5 inches length. And next, we are going to make the string for the back tie. To begin, make a slip knot and then make 300 chains. If you guys want your string more longer, you can add more chains. I recommend you to crochet 2 strands of yarn together. It helps the string more thicker. And after you got your desired fit, then leave a long yarn and cut it off. Next, we are going to weave in the string into the back corset holes. And now your corset bralette is done. If you like this tutorial, please don't forget to click like and leave a positive comment down below. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.